Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be exploring some Korean style festival makeup. But we're here a little bit earlier than usual. Typically we're filming on Fridays, but today we're going to be starting by filming on Tuesdays around 4 o'clock p.m. Thank you guys for being flexible and I hope you guys enjoy the show today. I see that there's already a couple people in the chat. Hey Nathan, welcome back to the chat. Koreanet is here. We are ready to go ahead and start sparkling underneath the lights today. So this is actually a makeup video that I'm really excited about because I myself have frequented quite a few festivals, both Korean and abroad. In Korea, some of the most common festivals that you'll hear about is Water Bomb, for example, and then even things like S2O. So we'll be explaining a little bit more about that, but there's all kinds of festivals in Korea. I've seen things like rock festivals, K-pop festivals, even things like EDM and things like that, techno even. So today we're going to be exploring and having a little bit of fun and of course putting on a little bit of glitter with some of our cool products up here. Like I said, we are changing the show time, so just please be aware of that for the future episodes. But let's just jump right in. So for today, we have a couple of really cool products. I'm not really sure where to start. I guess we'll go with eye makeup first. So right here, we have a really cool glitter palette. So let me just open this up for you. I don't know if you guys can catch that shine. This is definitely ready for some stage makeup, definitely some festival lights, and I'm super excited to dive into this. Nobody does glitter better than Koreans, and that I can say for sure. Even in daily makeup, I feel like Korean women typically utilize a lot more glitter than we do in the West. They'll use it underneath the eyes to kind of exaggerate the eggyosal style, but for today, I think we're just going to play around and have a little bit of fun. So I've seen and kind of taken some time to look on Pinterest for different inspirations as far as what kind of festival makeup we're going for today. To apply glitter, we're just going to be using a flat brush here. So you guys can grab something like this so we can get started together. But as always, before we actually jump in, it's really important for me to understand how pigmented these actually are and if they have a blending capability. So the problem with a lot of glitter is that it doesn't usually blend well. Usually glitter is something that you're going to apply after you do all of your base sort of matte eyeshadow powder. And you're going to use this as a sort of popping color section. So for today, I'm just going to go ahead and swatch these so we can see what they look like and see what that color payoff is like. So I'm just going to dive right in. We have the pink right here. Let's just go right across the top. Ooh, that is pretty. I like that. This is that dark pink right here in the top corner. Okay, you can see it kind of comes out a little bit peachy. So let's use a different finger. Let's go in with something a little bit lighter. So let's go with this kind of like lilac shade right here. So the pickup is really nice. Right off the bat, it feels a lot more powdery than I was expecting. I was kind of expecting like, do you see that? That's so pretty. I was kind of expecting like a little bit of a gritty glitter feel, but this actually feels a lot more like powder, which is really good because that means that we have a little bit of wiggle room and we can definitely make sure that we're blending our shadows. What other color might I use today? Let's go in with the brightest shade. Let's see how this white picks up on my hands. So right away, this one does feel a little bit different. This one does feel a little bit more sort of gritty, kind of where I can feel the little sparkles. Okay, and there you go. So that's the big difference. This one actually has large chunks of glitter. So this one I would say is not the best for blending, but this would be best for an accessory style. And today we actually have some really fun little glitter charms or beads or rhinestones, and we're going to be using them, and I think that this is a great shade. This one actually came out a little bit more pink than I was expecting. So this is overall kind of a pinky toned palette, and I think we're going to go ahead and get started with that. I am interested to see what this brown shade looks like, so let's go ahead and swatch that as well underneath our white glitter. Okay, so definitely more of a gold tone. I hope that you guys can pick up that glitter. That is shining. That is actually so bright and so pretty. I like that one the best. I think for today, I might try to work with a little bit of this one, this darker shade, and then a little bit of this one here. So we'll see what that looks like. But this is so far one of my favorite palettes. I love playing with glitter. This is going to be fun. So I don't really have any other base tones to practice with today. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right in. Based off what I have here, if I was going to a festival, look what I want to accomplish. I think we can probably start with this lighter pinky one. I think this is going to be the most forgiving. Let's just swatch this last one. Okay. I was kind of underestimating that. Look at that. That looks really cool. You can see this one actually has like a yellow tone to it. That's super cool. I'm so excited to play with these. I think this is going to be really fun. What color combo can I bring out? I'm really liking these last two, these like warmer shades down here. This is so pretty. The crystal point under my eyes is crazy. I am so excited to play with this. I just don't know where to start. Okay, you know what? We're just going to dive right in. We're going to see what happens. So based off the colors that I have here and kind of what I'm going for, I think I'm going to go into this lighter pink shade first. I am just taking like a really basic soft flat brush here. So I'm going to try to apply it lightly and just kind of see how that spreads. Maybe lightly is not as possible as I thought. So let's just see. Okay, so it looks like we're going to be going for more of a like cool tone. So definitely, like I said, not the best for blending, but if you pick it up just a little bit, especially one of these creamier ones, it looks a little bit easier. Okay, so really got to kind of dig in there to blend around some of this glitter. Okay, but I think what we're going to do, I'm going to focus some of the glitter on the inner corner of the eye. This is going to give me a little bit of a sad look. Sounds a bit odd, I know, but trust me on this one, guys. All right, so we're going to pick up a little bit more, and I'm going to try to match that to the other side. Woof, this payoff is really heavy, so I don't want to overdo it. Let's see. Okay, we're just going to go right over there. We're going to focus on the inner corner, but you do want to get across the middle of the lid here. Okay. I don't know if you guys can see that. It's blending slightly, but it definitely picks up the heaviest right where you kind of tap it down. So usually with glitter, you want to pack it in there. Okay, for today, we're going to try to blend it as best as we can. All right, so we have a little bit more of that blue shimmer on the one side, so I want to get that going on this side as well. So notice how I'm kind of dragging it up towards the side of my nose here. This is going to give me that sort of ethereal effect. It's going to make me look a little bit more like I'm sad or crying, or I have that sort of glossy look. Definitely something that we want to go for today. I think I'm getting an idea of what I want to do now. So next I'm going to go in with this more chunky kind of white shade. Okay, and we're going to take this on the inner corner of the eye, right there. Okay, so you can see that kind of slight color difference. Like adding a little bit of a highlight to that inner corner looks really, really nice. You want to go with a wider tone, almost as bone shade as you can. This way it gives you a little bit more brightness, a little bit more light. Okay, so now we have two colors. We have the pink and we have the kind of whitish, yellowish tone. Okay, don't be afraid of glitter, guys. Glitter is really, really fun. Not the most forgiving, admittedly, but you guys can go ahead and play around, give it a go. Oh, I love this. This is so pretty. I always hope that it translates well on camera because it doesn't always come across the same way that I'm seeing it. Okay, so far so good. I think what I want to do today as well is maybe bring a little bit down on the cheeks and kind of give myself that crying look. What color can I use for this? I'm going to actually take this more gold one, and I want to put this one in the outer corner and see what that does. So like I said, we are just playing today, but I am, of course, going to be a little bit more heavy-handed with the glitter than I normally would be. I actually really like that. So now we've got glitter on the outside of the eyes, so you guys can see. Okay. So we've actually got 3 shades. The color payoff doesn't come across as well on the camera as I was hoping, but you can see it really well in person. So we're going to take this darker shade. We're just going to pull along the outer corner of the line here. We are going to be adding a little bit more of like a rhinestone effect. We are going to be doing things like eyeliner as well. So this glitter is going to serve as a base. Very important, you guys, when you're playing with glitter, make sure that you put it down first before you go for things that are a little bit more heavy, such as like eyeliner, for example. You know what's funny is I have a meeting after this and they're going to be like, what is wrong? Did you just come back from a festival? Okay, so we're going to start with that for now. I think I almost want more. See, this is where it gets dangerous, guys, because then I start to really want to just do all the glitter all the time. Let's just go for it. I don't care. This will be fun. I'm actually going to go right underneath the eyes here. Okay. If you guys are super sensitive, maybe don't go underneath the eyes because this can be a little bit irritating. Okay. What I'm trying to do is bring as much life and as light reflection as I can to my eye area. Okay, I'm actually going to go down on the cheeks here too. Trust the process. I know this looks crazy, but trust the process. Okay. So we're just going to make kind of like a little well here. I want it to look like I'm crying glitter. That's the goal today. There we go. I know I look crazy, guys, but don't worry. I have a point, I promise. Next, we're going to go in with the eyeliner just to kind of go ahead and make this a little bit heavier than we normally would see. Wait, you're wearing super sparkling ring today. Yes, I am. I wear it every day, but thank you so much. We have Tom Yum Yum, 25 Moonful, Alex, Elizabeth, Linus, Dinah, Jemima, and Xander, and BB Aztec. Ooh, very cool. All right, Crystal Point is so lovely. The cover of the lips looks like festival. Yes, I don't have all of my products today, so I am wearing makeup beforehand, but I'm doing my best. So up next, we have a waterproof eyeliner. Very, very important, especially for festivals like S2O, for example, and like Water Bomb. They are going to be spraying water everywhere. So you need to make sure that you have waterproof products on you. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to drag this out, and I'm going to exaggerate my eyeline just a little bit more. I did already give myself a little bit of a frame, so if you guys want to know how I do my eyeliner, you can go back to the previous couple episodes. I do get into a little bit more there, but for today, we're going to go for a more exaggerated style, and I might even go underneath and try to exaggerate my waterline a bit as well. So forgive me while I get really close up here, and this would be a great time to try to distract me and put something in the comment section. Okay. I actually really like that. This is a felt tip liner for those of you that are curious. I find felt tip is a lot more easy to work with. So there we go. I'm going to pull that tail out just a bit. So one of the benefits of having longer nails is I actually just use it to kind of cut that little line there. But we are just going to pull this out just a little bit. I want my eyelashes to look as like heavy and as romantic as possible. So I'm just going to give myself a little bit more of an exaggerated line. All right, typically I start from the outside and pull in like that. Okay. So all the girls out there who have played with eyeliner, you know that I'm in the danger zone right now because I've made one side heavier than the other. There we go. So now I have to try to match. Okay, give me 1 second. Let's see. That's actually not too bad. I just need to make this wing a little bit heavier. Okay, I'm not mad about that. That's about as even as that's gonna get. Now we have some deeper eye lines. All right, I am gonna go over my bottom lashes as well. There we go. So now you guys can see a little bit more of a heavy eyeline there. So this gives you a little bit more of that ethereal sort of look. Now I want to go ahead and jump in and start playing with some of this glitter. Let's see what we got here. This one is a primer, so we're going to use this last. This one I wanted to make sure that we had plenty of time for because I want you guys to help me design this. So we've got a lot of options. We have the hearts. This is very popular among the Korean ladies because it's super cute and it's very playful, very fun. This is usually paired with like lighter pinks and lighter purples as well. Such as the Korean makeup game goes, it's usually a little bit more pastel. So I definitely want to be applying one of these. We've also got some more fun ones like some stars and some hearts. I think these stars are a little big for me, but we might see what we can do with some of these little ones. We've also got some of these. So these are specifically made to sort of line and frame the eye area. So I might see what I can do. I don't have any tweezers with me today, so I am going to have to use my hands. And we have these teardrop ones, which I really, really like. I think these teardrop ones usually look really pretty underneath the eyes, but not quite the crying glitter look that I'm going for yet. So we're just going to go ahead and start playing around. I'm going to pull out some of these little ones and see what I can do. One thing that I really love with festival makeup is how creative it is. Even in Korea, it's very like cute and pretty and very like fairy-esque. It has this really sort of light, airy, feminine quality to it, which I really like. So here we have these stickers. So we're going to be using these on my face today. I know that I want to do a heart over here somewhere. So I think I'll go ahead and just start with something smaller first. I'm thinking, and let me know what you guys think, I'm thinking I want to do like a bunch of little jewels underneath here in kind of like a tear formation and follow that glitter line that I made and then set it with a heart over here. So how do I want to do this? Do I want to do larger sparkles first? Why don't we do a combination? Let's just see. Let's see how this goes. So like I said, without tweezers, tends to be a little bit more difficult, but we're just going to go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm going to start with placing them underneath my eye one at a time. So we have our big glitter there. I'm going to take some of these smaller ones to sort of frame that and apply it as closely as I can to my under eye. Okay. So just take one of these. They are very tiny, so forgive me if it takes a minute. Okay. Perfect. Okay. This is where long nails doesn't actually help you. All right. Or maybe it does. Nope. Okay. See if I can do this one more time. Here we go. There we go. So this is our first little line of glitter. I want to actually continue it. I wish I had little strips. I think that would make this so much easier. I'm going to continue this, and we're actually going to go down, but I want to add more glitter. What I like about the festival makeup thing is it's just so, like, do it as you want. I'm going to go all around underneath here, and we're going to exaggerate this whole area. So I'm picking up the white shade right here. Okay, going all around. Okay, and kind of bringing that down. So we're making this really fun. I'm just gonna start placing them as I see. Let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. Color is really autumnal. It's waterproof, so it doesn't smudge even if you dance. Would you go for the cute heart stickers or edgy nose bridge crystals? That's actually a great suggestion, Koreanet. So Koreans also do a lot of these little nose bridge crystals, and they're super cute. So they would put them like here, for example. I don't know if I have a small enough one, but I will definitely give it a try. I think we can go ahead and put a heart here on the outer edge of the face. Those are easy. You just stick those on right away. Super cute. Let's just keep going. I do want to make sure I have time to do the other side as well. Crystal plus glitter equals perfect balance. I could not agree more. Nobody loves crystals and glitter more than me, I can assure you. But I would love it more if I had tweezers. Let's see. Oh, this is going to be so cute. I feel like I could just play with this forever. Have you guys ever been to a festival? And if you have, which one is your favorite? Ah, there we go. I think of all the festivals I've been to, I have to say that Ultra Korea is my favorite. Ultra Korea is like next level. It's so much fun. They actually just had I think it was the 10th year anniversary, Ultra Korea, like a couple weeks ago. It was really cool. It was actually at this really unique art installation park. It's like an old oil tank. I'm not explaining this well. It's like an old oil tank art preservation, but it's super, super cool. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with even one of these bigger ones. Let's see if that's easier to work with. All right. This combination is for real festivals only. Beautiful voice. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I think I want to do like a large one. Ah! I keep dropping them. I'm so sorry. Another good way to apply crystals, they actually have these little magnets for them. Makes it super easy. All right, let's see. There we go. That looks super cute. I almost want to try some of these other ones as well. Let's go ahead and break into the stars. Let's just see what we can get going today. All right. Ooh, I like these stars. I'm going to add a couple of these. They're also a little bit bigger, so I think it'll be easier to work with. Just so you guys know, these little pieces of glitter are not permanent by any means, but they do actually stay on pretty well. There's like a little adhesive on the back. Ooh, that's fun. I like that. Let's just see if we can follow my eyeline. Oh, I love this. This is super cute. Maybe we can put a heart on the other side too, or we'll just go with some of the dots for now. All right, I'm gonna try to recreate the Korean nose bridge style as well. Let's see. I think that this is done in Korea to kind of bring an emphasis to the nose area and like draw attention to the eyes. And it's actually one of my favorites. It's super, super cute. And it's actually something that you see a lot with K-pop idols as well. They tend to have these like little bedazzled nose bridges and they're super cute. This is actually a lot easier than my cheek area also. Because I guess underneath the eyes you get a little bit nervous about being close to the eyes, but this should be easy. So we have our little nose bridge crystals right there. I do want to go ahead and try to get something done on the other side before we run out of time today. But for next week's episode, we're going to get to play with even more unique makeup styles because we're actually going to be talking about Halloween. Do you guys celebrate Halloween where you're from? And if you do, what is your favorite costume that you've ever worn or seen? You'll have to let me know in the comment section. This is cute. This is fun. I feel like I could just sit here all day and do this. All right, let's just do a couple more. I want to make sure that we are on time. How come when I go fast, it turns out better than when I try to focus and pay attention? I think it's the little ones that I'm really struggling with, guys, so I am going to go for the bigger ones on this side. Let's finish with a star. Oh, that's cute. I like that. Let's also do a couple on the outside of the eye. So this is something that I usually do. I usually actually go beneath the brow here, just to try to bring attention to my eyes a little bit more. Maybe we can do that on this side as well. I'll learn how to pick these up one day. Don't worry. All right. Oh, I think we can put a star on the end and then we'll be good. Let's see. Cute. I actually really like this. Tell me what you guys think so far. I think this is really pretty. This is definitely like a rave style makeup look. This is definitely something that you should wear for festivals. I'm picturing like Zoe K-pop Demon Hunters buns like here. I think that'd be so cute. I would match this probably with like more of a fairy type like motif, I guess. I think that would be really, really pretty. I also would like to follow this up with like even more glitter, more tears going down the side. So I'm actually going to try to just see if I can recreate that for you guys really quickly. So I'm going to just pat some of this glitter down even further. Maybe fill in the heart as well with some glitter. So just a little bit goes a long way. There we go. I actually think I like this side as well. So let me know what you guys thought about today's look. I personally am really enjoying this sort of glitter motif. I can just already hear like the festival music going. If you guys want to maybe step up your festival makeup game, definitely look into what the Korean festival goers are doing because they get so creative with it. I love seeing like the little hearts and the stars that they use. It just feels so much more whimsical, very like feminine but edgy at the same time. So definitely one of my favorite videos that we've done so far. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today. If you guys did, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I will be back with you guys next week for the last episode of Personal Beauty. We are going to be focusing on a Halloween makeup tutorial. We're going to go for the Korean style Halloween makeup. So this is often very pretty. They don't really get into the scary stuff quite as much. For example, some of the things that I've seen really often were like fairies or anime characters or manga characters. So who knows? Maybe we'll do something really fun next week, but I'm very excited. Thank you guys so much for being so nice this whole season and for just joining me for more of these episodes. If there's anything that you guys would like to see from myself or from Koreanet, make sure that you guys are dropping it in the comment section down below so that we can make sure that we are giving you guys what you like as well. We love you so much. Thank you guys for watching this video. And then, like I said, next week we'll be back. We'll be back on Tuesday at 4 p.m. Love you guys. Mwah. Bye.